Brian Scott. I am the owner of, along with my wife and daughter, Tanya and Natalie, of Deep Hollow Forest Farm, where we grow mushrooms in the woods. And today we're going to show you some of the ways that we grow mushrooms. First, we're going to take a look at the totem method. The first thing we're going to do is cut a log up into several sections. You want to make sure that you're using the right type of wood for the type of mushroom you're growing. Since we're growing oyster mushrooms, we're using aspen. Next, we're going to take a piece of cardboard and lay it flat on the ground. The cardboard should be a little bigger than the width of the wood. I like to put the first piece on the cardboard to make a rough outline of how big it is. After we've gotten the cardboard ready to go, we're ready to start with the spawn. We use sawdust spawn that has mushroom mycelium. You can imagine mycelium is like a plant and the mushrooms are its fruits. We're just going to spread the spawn around the cardboard like this so it completely covers the area inside that outline. After we've completely covered it, we're going to go ahead and put on the first piece of wood. Now we just do the same thing on top of the wood, making sure to cover it completely. Then we put on the second piece and do the same thing. Keep doing this until you have spawn in between all the pieces of wood. We usually do 3 pieces. Finally, we just tape the cracks to hold moisture in and to keep other fungi from colonizing the wood, and label the totem. You can also put a bag over the totem instead of tape. In the fall, we remove the bag or tape, and when weather conditions are right, the oyster mushrooms fruit. The totems produce mushrooms for several years. That we're going to show you is the log method. Usually we use this method to grow shiitakes, but sometimes we use it to grow oyster mushrooms or namiko mushrooms too. Today we're going to be doing shiitakes. First, we cut a log around 3 feet long with a diameter of about 6 inches. Then we drill holes using a special drill bit that matches the size of the inoculating tool we use. We use this tool to fill each hole with sawdust spawn and cap the holes with a foam cap. The logs are then stacked for a year so that the mushroom mycelium can colonize the log. After a year, we soak the logs in tanks for 24 hours, and a week later, we have delicious shiitake mushrooms. We soak each log 3 times a year, and they fruit for about 3 years. The last method we'll do today is the wine cap straw bed method. First, we'll soak some straw in water for 1 to 3 days. Then we drain the water out of the straw. The straw shouldn't be completely dry, but it should still be kind of damp. Next, we'll layer moist straw with layers of sawdust spawn. Ideally, you should do this in a more shaded spot, but in this case we do it in our vegetable garden so it can act as a mulch for the plants. After this, we just make sure the bed doesn't dry out and water it if needed. Then we wait. When the bed is ready in a month or 2, we should get wine cap mushrooms. This method also works well with wood chips instead of straw.